Hey, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Remember, if you have any comments or suggestions, hit us up at worshipandtributenerd@gmail.com. This week, we pulled off an almost impossible task. The top 10 best Denzel Washington movies. Onward to the video.
Worship and Tribute Nerd.
It's not about the movies, it's about what we say about them.
Dude,
right?
Denzel's the man.
True.
Like I
He
said,
is
he
the-
got to smash on Eva Mendes in 2 of them, so I ain't even fucking sweating it.
That's true. And on that note,
Wait, what was the other one other than Training Day?
oh my God,
Fucking,
this motherfucker. All right, we're going to start.
All right.
Start already.
God damn it.
That better be on there as soon as.
Just like, God, shut up! Welcome to Worship and Tribute Nerd.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Michael, a.k.a. Rickshaw, and welcome to Worship and Tribute Nerd. Today, we're doing a top 10 Denzel movies. This has been one of the hardest tasks I've ever been given in life.
Actually, we've been discussing it for how many? Like a month?
We've
Over a
put
month
it
now?
off
Yeah.
for more than a month to do it.
Just to do Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa,
That's
no,
what
we
we said.
Star
what-
Wars was easier
No,
to do.
yeah. It's probably been 2 months then, hasn't it?
It's been a while. I
Yeah.
bet I could go back through the text messages. We've been talking about it because you
For a
asked
hot
me about
minute.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you were like, we
Yeah.
need to do it. And it was like, I don't know if we can.
All right. Well, anyways.
Well, then Mike, the funny put was Mike the other day. We were hanging out, and he was like, "I don't think we're gonna do that Denzel one." I was like, "Oh man, I already made my fucking top 10." And he was like, "All right."
I was like, all
It
right,
came real
fine.
easy.
Because I was like, my follow-up question was going to be like, what do you want to do? Because you haven't been on the show like lately. And he's like, well, I really wanted to do Denzel.
Oh, I really want
Fuck,
to
let's do Denzel
Yeah, I
then.
only ever do horror movie shit, so it's time for a change up.
Right.
Yep.
Which we're going to have to bring that
Switch
back
it up.
someday. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
Shit.
I watch a
October.
lot of
Yeah,
horror movies.
yeah, October.
Scary Movie Club is
Yeah.
October.
I would join the Scary Movie Club, and y'all could just film me watching Scary Movies because I hate Scary
Dude.
Movies.
Dude,
so
that'd be
much.
fun.
It's so
Yeah.
terrible.
How would he do? Would he be like a Juan when it comes to scary games?
I don't know.
I hate scary movies.
Because that was awesome.
Dude, Juan
Dude.
was losing his fucking mind watching
Oh, yeah.
Outlast. He
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, duh! He was like fucking, we were
Dude,
like doorknob. It was a doorknob. He's like,
The guy who screams "oh shit" at the movie theater when something scary happens, that's me. Like that, I get terrified. Terrified.
Yeah.
I'm jumpy as fuck already. I'm horrible at watching scary movies.
all right, everybody introduce yourselves.
I'm Fuzz.
Mikey.
Rabbit.
We forgot to do that last time on the at the very last Star Wars one. So.
Dude, they're so used to seeing our ugly faces. Some of ours anyway.
that was the day. Like the most beautiful young lady was like looking at Rabbit, going, "I don't know who that guy is, but I want to fuck him.
But I want to ride that. I want to ride that mustache. So
I can't find
hard.
his name. Guess he's out of luck."
He never said his name. I guess.
And
Yeah, usually
and,
he goes, "I'm Rabbit."
And now Rabbit sleeps like
why.
Anakin Skywalker with
Alone.
his dick
In the
buried
dirt.
in the dirt.
I was just gonna say alone because he's dead.
Yep.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Might as
get
well
to
be.
it. Let's get to
Off-
it.
just get off of Star Wars,
Yeah.
please.
Ever
Yeah,
since
let's
we
get
did
off
the
of
Star
Star
Wars, I've been on a Star Wars kick
who the
now
fuck
too.
cares?
So
You shut your goddamn mouth.
that's un-American.
Whatever. I'm Canadian anyway.
God, that
Are you?
sucks.
Half.
Half a. All right. Anyways, this is the top 10 Denzel movies. It took a lot of fucking effort. So what we did was we just all voted on what we thought was our top 10. The ones with the most similar fucking
By
one-
vote,
like,
he means we all made separate top 10s, and then
right.
he went through and was like, well, these all match.
Yeah, well, like if we all voted for something, it would
You
go
were
to the
just
top.
making it out to
you
be
know what
more
I
than it
mean?
was. And I
Right,
wanted
yeah.
to
I-
downplay it a little
Sorry,
bit.
yeah.
You
Anyways,
piece of shit.
we all agree. Okay. And then if somebody voted for something, but it was the only vote, we just we're gonna do it as honorable mention.
I feel like a lot of mine got that. Oh, shit.
Well, like, he's got like 20 other movies that aren't even on the list.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, we will potentially do a
just-
part 2.
We
of
just
this.
went through the
They're all-
IMDb.
yeah.
That was Rabbit told me not to do it, but I did it.
Well, and on IMDb it counts like all of his fucking guest appearances on shows and stuff, and it's just like stacked.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Let's start with the number 10 and just get right into it with Fallen. You guys like Fallen?
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
in the top 10.
Yeah.
Damn right.
It's up there.
Dude, Fallen is like
Got in there,
one
snuck
because like, you know, whenever you think of Denzel movies, it's like not many of them are supernatural or sci-fi, but there are like one or two here
Yeah.
and there. So like this is the one he did that's like about a fucking demon.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
it's kind
I think
of a horror
these
movie.
types of movies were
Yeah.
popular at that time too. Like wasn't End of Days around the same time?
Yes.
Like, they were doing,
early,
like-
late 90s.
Yeah, they were
late
doing,
90s,
like-
yeah.
Oh man, End of
So this
Days.
is his like demonic
The soundtrack was dope.
kind of,
Yeah. That was,
and the way the demon like skipped between people and
Yeah. Yeah,
so
one
freaking
and
scary.
it's like really
Because you never know where it was gonna be.
it's really sick from a writing standpoint too to like tie it all together by the demon liking a song, you know, and he just
Yeah.
like loves singing that song. He's like,
Oh,
time is on my side. I think
He
he'd whistle
whistled
it
the
too.
song.
Yeah, he did both.
Oh,
oh
okay.
my God.
But
It's
yeah.
been a while since I've seen it.
because he was a
Yeah.
motherfucking demon. Get it, guys?
Yeah.
No, well, you gotta run it
I
by me again. I didn't get it.
Wait, is he a cop in that one? What is
Yeah.
he?
No,
Yeah,
like
right? Yeah,
Is
he's
this
like
one? Is he a
detective,
cop or what is he?
He's a cop, a fucking
An ex-military.
an assassin.
yeah, and
I don't know. I don't
he
remember.
he has like a vendetta with a certain killer, right? And then at
Was
the
it a serial killer dude?
Yeah, at the beginning of the movie is like him getting put to death, and he's
Oh,
like,
in the electric, or was it lethal injection, or was it the electric chair? I think it was lethal injection.
yeah, but he was
Yeah.
like, you know, he's like, see you soon, you know,
Yeah.
and then so
It's kind of like
he-
Chucky. in a
Yeah,
way.
it is kind of like Chucky. But anyways, you know, turns out, spoiler alert, the demon comes back and can possess like anyone's body, and so Denzel is like fighting a demon who can be anyone.
Yeah, because all you have to do is touch somebody else,
Right.
And it can pass
So it's
it.
like COVID. What you
It's
said.
like,
It's like,
Yeah.
COVID, dude.
It's like it could be
like
anyone.
scary.
I swear there's like a scene where the demon is like, he's like out on the street.
And
with
he
Denzel,
keeps touching
And
people.
he's like jumping from person to person, talking to him.
Yeah,
As he's jumping.
Yeah,
yeah, that's dope.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch this movie.
I know.
It just
I haven't seen it in
sounds
so long.
sick.
Yeah, it's been a while since, but that I
but it's
remember that pretty vividly
it's so good.
because it was fucking sick.
Movies were way cooler back then. Just fucking saying.
Anyways,
Anyway, no, that movie was dope for what it was back when. Like, there wasn't many out there like it, so that's what was pretty cool about it.
yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it left you with that cliffhanger ending too,
Right.
which was really badass because you don't
When
know.
that's like back in the day when
was good.
back in the
It was
day you could
good.
make a
Come on.
movie. Back in the day you could make a movie, leave it on a cliffhanger, and nothing ever happens
Yeah.
again.
And
That's the
why
best.
it's fucking
And
awesome.
yeah, and things are cool with it.
That's
Yeah.
why it's awesome. Because
Yeah.
cliffhanger movies where you're like, what the fuck? And you get no sequel, you get nothing,
Yeah.
and it's like,
You get no resolution.
fuck yes.
Nowadays, you know they would. at
That's
least
real
have-
life.
Oh, yeah.
That's real life.
That's real life.
If they would,
You got left
did,
on red.
If they did Fallen now, they would have been like, let's sign up for fucking 3 of them.
Yeah, if it
'Cause
was
this
like any
sounds
kind
dope.
of successful, it'd be like
Yeah.
sequel.
No, it would go sequel, prequel, then a third sequel.
Yeah.
You know, you always
Dude,
go
you
back
just
to the prequel.
you just named
Yeah.
fucking every
Every
Hannibal.
bit- yeah.
Like that was the same pattern there.
Prequel. And then a prequel sequel.
Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, yeah.
Did the same shit.
Prequel sequel.
Star
that should be
Wars.
just
How
the
the
name
fuck
of
would
a
you
fucking
even do
movie.
a prequel to Fallen? I mean, it's just basically more of the same.
Dude, they would find a fucking way.
Yeah.
Prequel. It's the demon. It was when the demon was in high school.
Dude, I'm surprised they didn't do a sequel to The Passion of the Christ. You know what I'm saying?
I heard they're still working on it.
That's what I
People are praying for that one. Get it? People are
I
praying.
get it. I get
It
it.
offends me.
No, it doesn't, Mikey. I know better than that.
They're praying for that second coming. They be waiting a while though.
Yeah.
Anyways.
usually takes me 30 minutes for that second coming, dude.
Oh!
That's 2 videos in a row I made that joke. Boom!
Zing!
Got him.
Yeah, we're really immature. Fuck off, Mikey. It just is what it is.
All right,
right.
the next one.
Next one, number 9. Unstoppable.
I'm going to stop everybody. I want Rabbit to describe this movie the same way he described it.
I'll try my best.
You have to say it the same
All
way you
right.
told me
I
Pitch
to.
don't
it
think
to
I
me.
watched it.
Okay.
I never watched it.
I said basically the train starts going at the beginning of the movie, and it never stops.
That's the movie. That's the entire fucking movie.
And it's amazing the
It's-
whole
it's
time.
so
No,
fucking
it is.
good.
It was really good.
It's like Speed, but on a train.
well,
Yeah.
this one
Exactly.
I'd never seen until we kind of started, cracking down on this list or whatever. But I'd always scrolled by and I'm like, ugh, cheesy, cheese. Some of the new Denzel, cheese. And then I watched it and it was like, badass, badass.
It's so badass.
It's so good.
fucking,
I didn't
what's his
think it
name?
was gonna
Chris
be
Pine.
Chris
in
Pine.
it.
Yeah. Him and Chris Pine, you put them together. They're both.
Who'd have
They're
thought
both the
those two
captain.
would be really
Yeah.
well together. Who'd have thought they both would?
They're
be
both
well
good
together?
together.
They worked really well together.
Yeah.
They meshed
Yeah.
well.
I want some more of that.
Dude, that movie's awesome.
We can talk
And that
about
was like the-
sequel if you want about
Sequel?
No,
yeah.
Unstoppable 2.
It's so funny. We're just like, yeah, they would make a sequel now, dude. Blah, blah, Unstoppable 2. I'm down. I'll watch it. Fuck it.
Watch
Make
the
it for
fuck
me.
out of that shit.
Anything else?
Unstoppable 2, it just keeps going.
That's like,
Yeah.
That's an incredible name.
dude. You know what? They could just switch it up like in Speed, and then just change what they're stopping. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Like the next one's like
An 18-wheeler or something.
the next one's like the Juggernaut,
Like
or like a
boat.
a Stampede.
A
It's
boat.
a boat.
cruise
It just
ship.
says a boat.
A cruise ship. Boom.
Hey, they could crash into land. You got to stop it.
A Stampede
Just
would be
saying.
Did they make a
good.
movie like that before?
I don't know, bro.
A boat crashing into something.
Yeah, it's called Speed 2, Cruise
Oh,
Control.
yeah, that like
And it
the
was
highest grossing
fucking
movie of all
garbage.
time.
Celine Dion was there.
Yeah. I think I remember that. It's
Dude, what if it was like, hey, the Stampede is happening and we can't seem
We
to
can't
tame
stop-
them, and at
The
this
running
rate,
of the bulls.
yeah,
It's the
yeah.
running of
And
the bulls. Unstoppable
At this
2.
rate, if we don't stop them, they're going to be running through this village of small, innocent boys and girls. And so then they call it.
so terrible.
Well, I will say this about Unstoppable. It sounds really lame. You can't describe it like it's just like, oh, it's a train, doesn't stop. But you just watch the fucking
It's
movie. If
such
you've
a
never
good
seen it,
movie.
just watch it. It's
Such a
so
good
good. I
movie.
promise
Yeah,
you.
it's
It's probably
so
the
sick.
best. For me, it's probably the best team up of Tony Scott and Denzel Washington. I think it's their best.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
You're out of your mind.
it's Tony
I can tell you
Scott.
that right now.
No, I'm
I can
not.
see one that's way better than that already. Well, we'll get there later.
We'll get there.
We'll have this
Well,
argument when we get
So
there.
I think that's the Tony Scott movie that he does like the least amount of crazy fucking
Exactly.
shaky shots with like or slow motion dreary
Well, how can you
and
have a bunch of
helicopters.
shit-
Except for the helicopters. There's like
Yeah, I forgot about
18,000
that.
helicopters in that movie.
That's the one thing they were like 75% of the budget.
Yeah.
Helicopters, as many as you
I
can
will
get.
not.
At all times, there's like 3 helicopters
He was
surrounding
like-
the
I
train.
will not direct this movie without at least 20 helicopters.
Dude, he was like Kylo Ren directing that movie. He's
More.
Dude, we can't legally put that many helicopters around this train, okay?
Ready my ship.
Pretty much ship.
Ready my cop.
moving on.
My copter. Yeah.
We're gonna go number 8, The Bone Collector.
The name alone is fucking awesome.
I thought it was a porno the first time I put it in the VHS.
True. And I like that name drop, VHS. That makes it even better.
Hell yeah, dude.
It was so good. A young Angelina Jolie.
Oh, yeah. You mean young Laura Croft?
Yeah, get it right, dude.
Fuck out of here.
I will not. Tomb Raider was the shit, and you know it. Quit playing.
This was the prequel to Tomb Raider,
This
right?
is the prequel to Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Wow, we need to stop
It
with
was
those.
Womb Raider.
Womb Raider, bro.
Womb Raider, The Bone Collector, Womb Raider.
Hell yeah.
It all sounds
They're all
like
pornos.
fucking.
Yeah.
That movie was really sick. Like,
Yep.
like I said, just the name alone was what got me interested.
Bone,
in it.
like I haven't watched it in a while. I remember liking it, but isn't it the one where he is?
He's in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
He's
and
like
he's
crippled,
like
like
has
the
to
whole
direct
fucking
her.
movie. Yep.
Yeah. She's like she acts like his body, I guess. He like tells her what to do and
Yep. Yep.
Right.
Yep. Yep.
how to find things.
So it's like Tomb Raider, but he's the mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of put it in there with like a 7 or a
Yeah.
Silence of the Lambs kind of thing. It's
Isn't
like
it the
They're
same-
searching for a serial killer dude. and
Isn't
they're
it the
trying to-
same? It's like based on the same. I know that there's like the writer that did a bunch of movies like with the titles like that, and they were all like mysteries, like Kiss the Girls,
Oh, dude.
Bone Collector,
That would be
something
so
else.
good.
I think I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Kiss the Girls was
You got
sick.
so happy about that, dude. Oh, that's what you just did. Oh,
Yeah, said
Dude,
all.
that movie was dope.
Yep.
I'm just saying that
yeah.
movie
Yeah.
was dope.
Dope.
Word.
All right.
Dope or
moving
nope?
on.
Dope.
Number 7, The
That's what I was like,
Equalizer.
you're dope or no?
Again, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and
That
say
should be our
dope or
new.
nope.
That should be our
Den-
new.
Denzel's
Dope or no?
movie titles are pretty fucking sick.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
The Equalizer, Bone
Equalizer.
Collector, dude, that's fucking tight.
They all sound like he's gonna destroy puss.
He's yeah, dude, he's everyone.
Unstoppable.
He's crushing puss, dude.
Training Day.
Yeah. So they're
Oh.
all. So they're all just pornos.
Right, Man on
Yeah,
Fire.
Man on Fire. That sounds like he's got crabs.
He
though.
got yeah. He got.
That's
A
sounds like-
Remember the Titan.
Damn, that one's the dirtiest.
Boom. Yeah, anyways, sorry.
God.
Y'all are
Back to
immature.
Equalizer.
Stop it.
I actually have not seen Equalizer, so
I've seen
It's
it
just a
in
badass action movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just an action movie.
Like cool as fuck.
Whatever you
is it like a revenge or what?
No, it's like
No.
All right, go, Mikey.
Okay, so
Mikey. Go.
Denzel's character is like a retired. They never really specify, so you know he did something for the government.
Right.
Yeah,
the
we don't
shit
know
out of
about.
people
Yeah, you just, yeah, you
all
don't
over
know
the
about.
place.
Right.
And he's trying to live a different life. He's just, he reads his books and he works at like some hardware store. And then he sees Chloe Grace Moretz's character is in some shit
Yeah.
and he can't accept it. And then he just kills a bunch of
He
people.
fucks shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shit up.
I was trying to because I get it mixed up with Man on Fire because it's almost the exact same.
Yeah.
We talked about that earlier. A lot
Yeah.
of his movies have the same,
Yeah.
just like the similar.
That's why I was confused for a second, and I was like, okay.
I mean, you could basically just be like, yeah, I've seen that movie. Because, he's,
Yeah.
at some point he's got a shotgun
Well,
and
with
he's
Ma-
shooting somebody.
Why is he
with
mad this time? Is it a little
Girl-
girl?
No, it's a little white
Probably.
girl.
Yeah, white girl. Is it always? Is it in that movie too? In
Yep.
Equalizer?
Yeah.
You fucked with the wrong little white girl.
It's like, I think
I'm that little girl's
Chloe
godfather, and
Grace
I'm
Moretz
mad.
is like a prostitute or something, like a call girl of some sort, and she's getting fucked with by I think it's like the Russian mob, of course, and he's just not having that shit. So of course it starts off with him just kicking the shit out of a few guys, but then the rest of the mob gets involved, and he's like, I just gotta
Yeah.
kill all these motherfuckers.
All
I
right, so
guess.
I'm gonna.
It's life on repeat. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's true, but they've done it so well that I don't care. It's
Yep.
actually pretty fucking.
I mean, you watch a Denzel movie, you're gonna get a fucking Denzel movie.
you're gonna.
That's the way it is.
Yeah, you're gonna get a Denzel movie.
Right. Can you imagine if they cast him as a superhero or some shit? That would be super
No,
odd.
because he would kill everyone. He should have been Thanos, to be honest with you.
And just not even like purple,
Just him.
just him.
Just
Denzel.
him.
Just like, where are the stones? I don't know.
His fucking laugh. He just laughs after every time he says, "Where are the stones?" Dude,
I don't think I could cook up a Denzel Thanos impression. I'm just,
No, but
if I did,
that's
I would
tough.
pass out.
That's
you couldn't take it, dude.
You're like,
What happened? I blacked out.
all right, next one. Book of Eli, number 6.
Oh, yeah.
That name is so sick.
dude. This movie, people gave it a lot of shit, but I think it's bad.
It's
I think
fucking
I think
dope.
it's awesome. I think it's awesome. I know Mike's not
I
a
know,
huge fan
yeah.
of it.
I'm not a huge fan of it, but
fucking
maybe
love
I
it,
was
man.
maybe it was the wrong mindset or something. Maybe
Yeah.
like I was in the theater with a girl that was drunk or some shit, and I was like, God damn it, we need to fuck on out of here, or something like that.
Or you were drunk. You did go through that
I
phase
could,
for a
yeah.
while. You could have been.
I could have been
fucking
drunk.
hammered too.
But like sometimes you watch a movie and you hate it, and then like you watch it later on, just like out of nowhere, and you're like, why the fuck did I hate that
Dude,
movie?
you know
or
how many
whatever.
movies I've never even watched that I just was like, I fucking hate this movie. Just because probably if I know me, probably because so many other people fucking liked it.
Yeah.
So I was just like,
That's
fuck that
stupid.
movie.
Right?
Then I went back and watched it and was like,
Damn, you missed out. But you know what? Like at least you get to take a break from the hype though, because you're
Yeah.
just like, fuck
Yeah.
that, I hated it.
Yep.
And then whenever everybody stops talking about it, you're like, what did I miss out on? Hey, hello.
no,
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. I like to watch shit on my own time, not just because everybody's telling me I have to watch it.
right.
Right.
It's like, well, when I want to watch it, I'll watch it. But
So Book of Eli, wasn't
Book
there?
of Eli.
This was like, didn't he have a ninja sword and some shit?
he has
He
a
had a
sword.
machete.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
a machete,
okay.
like, yeah, I don't know.
And it's like post-apocalyptic.
Post-apocalyptic.
Lots of dirt.
Lots
Yeah.
of desert.
So
and
he's
just
like,
shit. Yeah.
he has a book. The book. His name's Eli.
Right. Yeah.
And he's
All
taking
right.
the book.
All
He's
right.
taking the book
Hold
west.
on.
He's taking the book west because he's been told that that's where he should go.
Right.
And then when he crosses paths with Gary Oldman's character, who has been searching for the book this whole time, and he's been like sending out his little like raider dudes to like.
Mad Max.
Yeah, it's like
guys.
Mad Max style. And they're like raping, pillaging, killing people.
Yep.
And then they kind of like come to a head and meet each other.
And it's Denzel.
Yeah.
You,
But-
you can do the rest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you get
Rest
through
of
the
map.
whole movie though, and then there's the fucking twist ending.
Dude,
and it's so
spoilers,
good.
dude.
So good.
Spoilers.
I didn't say what it was.
That movie- that
I just
movie's
said there was a
fucking rad
twist.
as
There's a
fuck,
twist
dude.
ending.
I said there's a twist, and it's so
God.
good. And that makes when you go back and watch the second time, it makes it so much better because you notice every little detail that you're like, holy shit! This whole time, the whole time. God damn it! Anyway, yes.
Anyways.
Rabbit,
I'm not giving it away.
I just want to watch you watch movies.
That movie
Can I-
did come out some fucking time ago, so if you haven't watched it yet, get your fucking shit together.
Yeah, I guess I
Yeah.
could spoil it, but I
That's
don't
true.
want to.
Don't spoil
Yeah.
it.
All right. Number 5 is John Q.
Again,
Oh,
the
yeah.
name is just fucking sick.
It just
But
works.
this isn't Denzel being like. I mean, I guess he's kind of being a badass, but he's not like.
This
a
is like
badass.
desperate.
He's
badass.
desperate.
Yeah,
Desperate
You know what I mean?
dad.
It's
Yeah.
really a fucking good, just. It's a good fucking movie.
It's a
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
This one, this is the one. This is like a tearjerker for
yeah,
me.
for sure.
Yeah.
It's like once you get to the
You
end.
said that earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Pussy.
so basically
Okay.
his son. His son has like a disease. I don't remember if it's cancer. Or,
It's something.
he
real
needs
rare.
like a transplant.
Yeah.
I know he
Right.
needs a transplant, like a heart transplant
Classic.
or something.
Yeah.
And they have no money. The insurance people are like fucking him over the whole time.
Yep.
The hospital's like, well, we can't do anything without insurance and shit like that. So he basically locks himself in the hospital with a bunch of hostages, and his plan is to get an organ to his son,
Yeah.
get the implant, and that's it. That's the
Right,
whole
right,
movie.
right.
And but like the
In
what
a
I love
nutshell.
about it is up to that point before he locks himself in the hospital is they go through like it's like a montage of him and his wife selling fucking everything.
Oh,
they
yeah.
have.
I mean, they're doing
House,
everything they can to-
truck, everything, and it still isn't enough. So
Yeah.
he just
Yeah,
finally
it's
gets
just
desperate.
it's just really
Talking about it.
shitty.
Right? It's fucking
Right.
Yeah,
rough,
it's
man.
it's sad. It's
And
Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily giving it away, but like most movies like this end and like everything's all gravy. It's a happy ending. But no, it's like real life. His
Yeah.
ass goes to prison.
It's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
But his
I
kid's
mean, he
alive.
committed crimes, but he didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, dude.
He's like,
I mean, I would commit a crime for my kid
Oh,
in a
yeah.
heartbeat. So I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, now
Absolutely.
that I'm actually a parent, I
Right.
totally understand that.
Yeah, and I bet you'd like watch the movie differently too.
Oh yeah, that's probably
now.
why I'll never watch it.
I think that's a good thing.
No, I know it's a
Nothing.
great thing. I just don't need that feeling.
Right. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But-
I almost cried.
See, I
I'm
used to
not-
love
I'm
like,
okay.
like
I'll
when fucked up
admit it.
shit happened like that. Like whenever, all the little Jedis died in fucking Star Wars. It's like, I'd normally be like, "Fuck yeah!" It's like, damn, he killed them kids. That sucks.
Damn, he killed them
Yeah.
kids.
Now now I feel bad.
It's different.
Yeah,
Especially when that little kid pops out and starts killing people and they finish him off, man.
that shit.
I thought we weren't talking about Star
Oh,
Wars.
my bad. No,
know
no,
what?
no. That was Star Wars.
No, wait, that was Star Wars. That wasn't Star Wars.
All right.
This is the prequel to the Star Wars, dude.
Now we're getting to the nitty gritty. Number 4, Deja Vu.
I think these 1 through 4 could be in any order. To be honest,
I
with
mean,
you.
that's true. They're all
yeah.
powerhouse
I'm
fucking
sorry,
movies.
Deja Vu
Just
is
saying.
fucking awesome.
Deja Vu was fucking
The
dope.
first
Did-
time I watched
I love
it,
Deja Vu.
It blew my fucking mind.
I was like, whatever. And then whenever the sci-fi twist of
See,
the
that's
movie
I think that's the part
happened,
that kind of threw me off, and I was like, I don't know. It just
Same,
got
fine.
too
See, I liked that part.
like
Because, okay.
like the first half, like the first act and the third act were really
2006.
good. It was just that second act where they got all like sci-fi
Sci-fi.
time travel-y,
Yeah.
like out of nowhere.
So like that. So Deja Vu is about the beginning of the movie. There's like this big boat explosion.
Yep.
All these civilians die. Denzel is the fucking badass cop trying to figure out what's going on. But right at the beginning of the movie, he finds a bunch of weird, random clues that just don't make any sense. Later on, he's introduced to these people that say, hey, we could fucking look, what is it, like 4 days behind? Something like that. 4 days into the past.
Yep.
And it's a stream. It's an ongoing stream. So they could do it like it's live and look through these cameras at any direction. And so they're just trying to figure out what happened. And Denzel figures out that it's not just cameras. It's like maybe a way to look into the past, or a way, like a window to the past.
Yeah, that's really cool.
But spoiler alert, he ends up going through it. And then you see all of the clues that are left at the beginning of the movie. You see that he goes back in time, and it's him.
He's the one that left all the clues.
He's the one that
place.
left all the clues.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
I
dude.
love the scene.
Fuck yeah. Back to the Future 2, dog.
I love the scene when they're showing it to him, and he starts to kind of figure out that there's more to it than what they're letting on.
Yeah.
And he takes that laser pointer and shines it through, and then the one chick that
She,
they're
like, sees
watching
it.
like interacts with it,
Yeah.
and I love that part.
Wait, who is the female?
I just saw
In
her.
that-
Paula Patton?
Paula Patton. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That movie
remember
came
who
out
that was.
14 years ago too. They came out in 06. Dude.
Yeah.
06. Okay.
Dude, I was like 19.
I was like 45.
Yeah, you're old as fuck.
But yeah, that's why I think that's the one. I mean, there's a couple of sci-fi, Denzel movies, but that one like played on real life and sci-fi at the same time.
Yeah.
What other
So that's why I love
movies
that
are there other than like a Book of Eli? I guess is
This is a good
sci-fi.
one.
We'll get to it.
Sorry,
It was a good
We'll
one.
get to
It
it.
was a
Just
good one.
leave it alone.
Oh wait, I remember.
And that was also another. That was like the second Tony
Yeah,
Scott,
yeah.
Denzel Washington team up.
Yeah,
Right.
they were like
We got one
on
more.
a,
This one was a
on
little.
rampage of fucking.
Oh, they did like 5 or
Denzel
6 movies together.
Yeah,
This was still like, it was like extra medium with
Yeah.
with the weird shots and the dreary.
Yeah, it still wasn't like seizure inducing, but
Right.
it was still a little bit too much, like quick edits and
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so next, number 3. Remember the
Such a
Tiger.
good movie,
Remember the
dude.
motherfucking time.
Dude.
Do you remember? Because I do.
I fucking remember. I
Yeah,
love
dude.
that movie.
Never forget.
My football coach actually took us to see that movie. He was new at the time, and he took the whole team to go see the movie. And I fucking loved it because I didn't really understand everybody's take on it. Everybody in Munster was like, "Oh, this is so cool," but it's like y'all are all still racist as fuck. Dude. You don't see the meaning to this
Yeah,
fucking
but
movie.
I
Like,
didn't learn
football.
anything.
but
That's all that was.
it is football.
Yeah.
But it was like
That's all I care about.
I remember when people from my hometown were like coming out and being like, "Oh my god, it's such a good movie." I was like, I just heard you drop like 6 hard R's in the last conversation, and here you are fucking like you don't get the point of this movie is like bringing people together. Like,
Yeah.
but I think it's an amazing movie, and I think people that I don't care if they play sports, they need to see this movie.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
definitely. Well, the funny thing is, we watched another movie, and I was like, "This is kind of the same movie, but with something else." What was it, Rabbit?
It was Glory
Oh yeah,
because it was like,
yeah, it was like Remember
They
the
were
Titans,
like-
but Civil War.
but in Civil War, not football. Civil
yeah,
War.
because they like
Oh,
you
it's
know
the same thing.
because
Yeah.
in Glory.
We are in Texas. So.
Because in Glory, they're like there's like a black platoon that joins up with a white platoon, and they like
Oh
they're
my god!
mixed
Did they start dancing at one point in time?
or something like that, right? And
No, Glory is like they're the first like black soldiers in the Civil War.
yeah.
And-
And it was they had white officers that commanded
Yeah,
them,
which was Matthew Broderick and
and
Matthew Broderick.
but
Carrie
you
Elwes.
went through all the
Carrie
steps. It was like the two officers didn't know if they trusted each other, and
my
then
God.
and then there was a point in time where one officer stood up for the troops, and
yeah,
and then
because the white troops were like, "Fuck you guys."
yeah, and so then there's like a big moment where they all come together,
and then
so
there's
like
that one
yeah,
time
no,
where
right
it's
in the
like,
middle.
yo, y'all are cool as fuck.
Exactly.
And
No.
we're homies now.
That
We're
happens.
dancing.
Yeah, right in the middle of that
We're
movie.
eating lunch together and shit.
We were like sitting there watching it, and it was like, and then they all like do this bonding moment. And I'm like, left side,
Strong side.
but yeah. Anyway, sorry. No, but back to Remember the Titans.
Oh man.
We got
So that was our honorable mention for glory, I guess.
yeah. Honorable mention, Glory. That was a tight one.
I do think that is a much better movie. Like, I know a lot of people like it, but I feel like it's really underrated as a movie, just for what the message is in the movie.
Yeah, for sure.
sure.
I agree 100%.
More people need to understand that.
Yeah,
I think.
and we got a lot of Remember the Titans. We got a lot of stars coming out of that
There
movie
are.
too. Like we had,
Little baby Ryan Gosling.
baby Gosling. We had
so cute in that movie.
Sunshine.
He's
You know,
so
he
cute.
wasn't big, but he was in a lot of movies.
He did some
after
stuff
that.
after that.
What's his name? The bigger guy that was in Mallrats.
dude.
Ethan Suplee,
Yeah.
Yeah.
who's now ripped.
Dude,
Dude,
Ethan,
he's
ripped
a
now.
monster.
Oh my god, dude, he was so funny and Without a Paddle. I loved him, but I also loved him in everything.
Mallrats.
You know what?
My name is
said
Earl.
he's not Easter
Is
Bunny.
it My Name is Earl?
Yeah, My Name
Oh,
is
yeah.
Earl. He was
Yeah.
incredible. I love that movie.
Dude,
Shout out
he's
Jason
Wasn't
Lee.
there another guy in Remember the Titans that like
The dude from Scrubs is in it.
Oh, yeah,
He was
yeah.
in Clueless.
Clueless,
Fucking
yeah.
Scrubs. Clueless. Fucking Clueless. I don't want to hear any fuck Scrubs. That show was so terrible. So fucking terrible.
All right, you're right, you're right.
This is new to me.
Clueless.
I like the fire.
Dude, I
in
hate
his
Who else was
eyes.
in Clueless?
Who else?
I
Paul
know.
motherfucking
I know.
Rudd, dog.
Dude, Paul
He
Rudd.
looked exactly the same back then as he does right fucking now.
Hell yeah.
Who else? Who else was in that shit? Oh, Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah, she was tiny.
She was a little girl.
a
kid,
little
yeah.
tiny kid.
6 years old or
Yeah.
some shit.
I was trying to think of the dude from he played not is it was his name Opie or from Sons of Anarchy.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah,
in it.
he's in it.
Yeah, he's
but
the
without a
quarterback.
beard and
Yeah, he's
hair.
a
White quarterback.
The linebacker. He's a
Oh,
linebacker.
yeah. Sorry.
He's the one
I
that's
don't
in
know
the
football.
wreck.
I
He's
don't
the
know
one in the
football.
wreck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, also the assistant coach too. He's in a lot of good movies too. You know, the guy that kind of talks.
Yeah.
He still has his contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember his
I
name.
don't either.
But
I don't
yeah, left
care.
side.
No, that movie was amazing.
That movie was amazing, and I feel like every time I watch it, I still get the same feeling from it.
Dude, you get inspired by it. You really fucking do. I'm
yeah.
sorry. I don't care. It's not a to me, it's
Racist
not a
people,
sports movie.
go watch that movie.
It's not a sports movie to me, and that's and I love sports, but it's not a sports movie to me. It's about not being a fucking asshole. And just accepting people for
Yeah.
fucking what they are. Jesus fucking Christ.
We don't
the
ha-
stupid Bible tells you to fucking do that shit.
Guys, we don't have. It doesn't have to be football that brings us all together. It could just be being not an asshole.
God, fuck off. I
Please.
hate you. You fucking
All right, we'll move on. Let's move on.
so fucking
It's an amazing
fired up.
movie.
It
and
is.
it has a great message.
Yeah.
And you should watch it. If
Fuck
you
racism.
So okay, number 2, Man on Fire.
Fuck yes.
This
So
is
good.
This movie is
So fucking
the
good.
shit.
right. Man on Fire is badass. That was like one of my first choices when we started watching. I was
Right.
like, let's watch Man on Fire.
Man on Fire.
Yeah.
is
It's
like,
so
let's watch
fucking
Man on
sick,
Fire.
dude.
But then on a rewatch, as I'm older now, this is why I say Unstoppable is better, okay? Unstoppable is like, first of all, Unstoppable is fucking badass.
yeah.
It's on a train.
Man
It's
on
fucking
Fire,
incredible.
yeah.
Man on Fire is a badass movie. I still love it, but it's so that
The
it
editing.
was like
the editing.
Tony
and shit.
Scott took it to like another level with the editing, the colors. It was just like
It was like watching The House of a Thousand Corpses, but an
It was like-
action movie.
and it would be like, it'd be like slow mo, and then
But there's that whole scene when he explains to that one guy
The whole time
how
I'm
he
just
shoved
like-
C4 up his ass.
yeah,
That's what's in your ass right now.
yeah.
I
He's got
fucking love that part.
great scenes, great
And
scenes.
then he just
and amazing
blows him the
movies.
fuck up and walks away.
Yes.
That's why he's a bad
He's like-
motherfucker.
badass. Yeah.
You're out of time, and then he just walks.
Your butthole. Sorry
so
for your
fucking
butthole.
Blowed out.
That's what the
That was
movie
the
should
story
have
of
been.
Yeah.
Denzel
No shit.
Washington.
And
That's what they were
fucking
talking
killing
about.
everybody.
That's what they named the whole movie off that guy who got exploded from the butthole out.
Blowed
Man on
out.
Fire.
Man on fire. His butthole is on fire.
Got a hot butthole, buddy.
He's a dead
Yeah.
butthole.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not a good movie. It's just
The direction.
he went
I
too
can-
crazy
I can
with
see
the all the
editing
shit.
and shit.
I
yeah.
love it
I know what you mean.
because, however, 15, 16-year-old me or whatever is like, fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
Yeah, it was
this movie
badass,
is
though.
incredible.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like Friday Night Lights. I felt the same way with that movie. I was like, it's about football, but the editing is taking up most of the, like the camera pans and the transitions.
much.
And
Yeah.
you're just like, why are they trying to make us feel like we're drunk or on acid? Like,
'Cause
just
we
show us a
are.
movie.
Yeah.
right?
I'm already
You
drunk and
guys
on
took
acid.
acid before this, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I've never done meth, but I think that's what it would feel like
It's not that much fun.
watching Man
Yeah.
on Fire.
Dude, wow.
Everything's
That's a
just
wonderful
sped up,
description.
like- Colors.
You can taste colors. I don't know if there's a movie where I just was like, oh my God, I fucking hate this movie that Denzel
Right.
Washington was in.
Yeah.
I mean, there's movies
I
where I'm
can't-
never, I like American Gangster, like I was saying earlier. Fuck that movie. It's too long. Fuck that shit.
It's still a really badass
It's a really
movie,
great
though.
movie, but
It is very
I'll
long,
never
though.
watch it.
Right.
You lose me at 2 hours, well, you better be done. You better be fucking done. Unless you're in game, I will accept that.
Yeah. Make a 4-hour long Avengers movie.
I would
and
be
I'll
okay with it for it, as long as it's as good as in
I'll
game.
bring a cut. I'll bring a big gulp to drink and a big gulp to empty out.
Fact.
All right, so
But
let's.
again, the name is dope as fuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So before we do number one, we're gonna go through the honorable mentions. These are some movies that made our votes, but just didn't cut it. But we still got to bring them up because they're fucking tight
Yeah.
too. So first one is American Gangster, like we've been saying.
It's a
Badass
great
movie.
movie, dude. It's a sick movie. It's just so slow.
good.
I like seeing Denzel be essentially the villain.
It's cool.
Yeah,
Right.
he was the fucking villain in that. And it was fucking great.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
rare, but when he does it, it's so good.
So good.
It's RAR.
Rawr.
XD.
Rawr XD, dude. Jesus Christ. Rawr XD.
RAR.
Yeah, that
Those
was
of
when
you
he
who don't
decided
know
to
what
step
MySpace
away
is.
from Tony Scott and go with his brother Ridley for about a movie, and then back to Tony.
Like, you know what? Fuck this. This was a terrible idea.
It's funny to kind of think about, like, all of us back in our emo days sitting down to watch a Denzel movie. We're like sitting there.
That's
with
when I
our-
watched most
with our,
of them.
with our like swoop.
Dude, I had a giant fro. There was no swoop.
I watched most of these in like high school, college with a swoop haircut.
With your Mike Kim
on
shirt on. With your
VHS tape.
fucking, your Mike Kim shirt with the eyeliner and shit.
You're like, hey, can you stop?
and my Azalea dying hoodie on.
Stop twiddling your lip ring while Denzel's on.
Dude, that's all I ever did. I'm so glad I don't have that motherfucker anymore.
Anyway,
God,
Next-
we've known each other for
Next
way
one.
too long.
Next honorable mention is The Pelican Brief. I have not seen this one.
I haven't seen it in a while.
yeah. It's like every other loyal movie, but it's
Denzel
got
being a
Denzel
badass
My
lawyer.
cousin Benny. Is it like My Cousin Benny? Is that that kind of
Damn,
a
it's like
movie?
My Cousin
Well,
Vinny.
no,
That
this
is a
one
horror
has.
movie.
I mean, this one has fucking Julia Roberts and
Fuck.
dude, Julia
God,
Roberts.
she's so
That
hot.
a combination of Julia Roberts and Denzel Washington in a movie is amazing.
he's
to
I couldn't
watch.
tell if you were being sarcastic.
No,
No.
fuck, dude.
No, she's gorgeous, and she's an
fucking
amazing
love
actress.
Julia Roberts. Love her. She is low key one of the hottest actresses.
Aaron Brockovich.
Oh yeah,
in Hollywood.
Aaron Brockovich
period.
is so goddamn good.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Jesus, Mikey.
all right, Mikey, calm down, bud.
That little bearded boy was jerking off on their podcast.
Little bearded boy.
Oh, he's at it again.
Anyway,
No,
Yeah,
there's
that's
no
that thing.
sarcasm, but those two
Yeah.
together, you can't.
It was so-
you can't-
it's-
that
it's
won't
great.
suck.
it's a great movie.
Denzel being a badass lawyer
There's
instead
like
of
a
badass
conspira-
cop or a badass killer.
Yeah.
Or
No,
a badass
there's like-
tracking a demon.
There's like some kind of conspiracy that she discovers, and he like helps her figure it out.
Oh, okay.
Up next, we got Virtuosity. Who has seen this one?
This movie
Yeah,
reminds
seen
me.
it.
This
Well,
movie,
yeah.
the name I get it mixed up with Duplicity.
So Virtuosity,
Isn't that Mike,
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Multiplicity.
Multiplicity.
Oh,
Multiplicity.
Duplicity.
Whatever, I don't know.
dude. Like I said, it makes me. I get confused with it.
So
Sue me.
Rabbit hadn't seen this one, and I was
Yes.
like, dude, if we're doing the Denzel movie, we gotta fucking. First of all, it's Denzel. This is my number one because I was a kid. This is like one of the first Denzel movies I ever watched, and of course, like I'm an angsty fucking Matrix teenager or whatever. So
Lawnmower man, teenager.
yeah. So this was Denzel is an inmate, but he was an ex-cop, right? And he tracked down a guy who killed his family, and he killed that guy. So that's why he's in prison.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be in the future. And so they pull him out of prison to do these experiments where they do virtual reality training. So he's supposed to track down this virtual reality program that's, whatever, but it's Russell Crowe. And then it turns out he ends up escaping. Russell Crowe's a fucking digital, I don't know. He's like
so they put like 100 or so different serial killers.
Well, he's a computer,
into his personality,
right?
Or something.
He's a computer
like
program, but then you meet someone in the story that makes artificial bodies. So he makes his way out. He makes his way out of the virtual reality in a physical body, and Denzel eventually finds out that they had pumped several killers' personalities into him, and one of the personalities is the killer that killed Denzel's family. So it's personal.
Dude, where did they come up with dope ass ideas like that?
I don't know.
Dude,
It's wild.
What
It's wild.
kind of dope are they on to fucking?
It was very reminiscent, similar to Demolition Man.
And Lawnmower
Kind of.
Man.
Watch that.
Yeah.
I think
Yesterday.
the same director
Yeah, it was.
did
It was?
Lawnmower Man that
Yeah.
did Virtuosity.
And the cool thing about him, whenever Russell Crowe escapes and he has this, body, he has this synthetic body or whatever, is when he takes damage, glass will help him regenerate. So there's times where like people are like shooting him and he's like full of holes and shit, and like they're shooting through windows and stuff, and he would just scoop up all the glass and be like, and then it would like regenerate
Yeah,
him.
dude. So that was, to me, that was one of the best parts of that movie, because it was, Russell Crowe was basically like Dracula. He's based on Dracula. And they even kind of hint at it a little bit when they go to that UFC fight and he grabs that white girl and he looks at the camera and then he bites her on the neck.
Oh yeah,
And it's like, it turns to black and white.
yeah.
I was like, it was straight up Dracula, because basically instead of blood, it's glass. And like he can just regenerate his body. He doesn't get hurt.
Right.
And then he can like fly, kind of like not fly, but he
jump
like
real-
jumps and like
Yeah.
he's
like
like
leaps.
he's like inhuman.
blew my
And
mind.
he even has a Renfield. The little skinny dude that releases him from the virtual world is like his Renfield. Basically.
Oh, yeah.
He's like stuck in that hotel room and just talking to himself in random scenes.
Yeah.
It's like- he's like watching the news and just talking to himself. I was like, well,
doesn't
that's
do that?
Renfield.
Yeah. That was Russell Crowe was badass in that movie. by the way.
Yeah,
Dude,
he was
Russell
wild.
Crowe is fucking badass.
He is bad.
You know what I was thinking of the other day? What if the Crow was just Russell?
Russell the Crow.
Russell
Fuck out of
the
here.
Crowe.
Russell the Crow.
And it could say like,
Quotations.
Whenever-
Russell.
whenever an actor's career dies, a crow sometimes will bring it back to life for a second
Hey guys,
chance.
I'm Russell Crowe.
Russell the Crow. And he's
Russell
like,
Crowe,
can't
I'm here
rain
to
all the
help."
time.
God damn.
Fucking hell.
Fucking happening.
We're going off the tracks.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
That's
sorry.
what's happening.
Back to honorable mentions. The next one,
What else?
Out of Time. Out of Time was dope as fuck to me.
Never watched it.
So in this movie, Denzel starts off where he's having like this little relationship with a chick. You find out that she is married to another cop.
Dean Cain.
Yeah, Dean Cain, motherfucking Superman, dog.
Dude, that dude sucks. That fucking sucks, dude.
So then she kind of says like she has cancer. She's like, I got cancer. So she has this life insurance policy that she's gonna get a lot of money from, but it goes to her husband, I think, or something.
Yeah. But then
She
Put that with a
switches it.
question
she
mark.
signs it over to Denzel.
Yeah, she signs it over to Denzel, but then she gets murdered.
Her and
Quotations
her
and
husband.
her and her husband, and so all this shit goes down, and he also borrows money from the safe to give to her.
Drug money.
Yeah, drug money.
It's from the evidence room.
Yeah, and
'cause he's a cop.
and the FBI was going to
course
come
he's a
pick
cop.
it up sometime in the future.
Okay, I want to say
Go
this
ahead.
real quick. The most irrational part of this whole movie is that he's divorcing Eva Mendes. He's divorcing Eva Mendes, and he's hanging out with this other chick. Is beautiful. She's fine.
It's Blade's
She's
mom.
not Eva Mendes.
It's Blade's mom.
It's Blade's
so
mom.
not
Yeah,
Lathan?
but he's divorcing Eva
Yeah.
Mendes, and the whole time she's
Yeah. So, anyways,
Nope.
Eva Mendes. Okay, so all that's happening. He borrows this money from the evidence to give to this chick.
Oh my God.
He also was having an affair behind everyone's back. Also had her life insurance signed over to him, and then she died. Turns out they bring in FBI to like take care of the case, and Eva Mendes, his ex or his wife that he's split with at the time, is coming to figure it out. So he has to like work behind her back because for one, he was having an affair with the chick. He would have gotten blamed. Like the money's gone. There's another blame. So he has to figure out the whole case working side by side with his ex, but hiding everything behind her back.
yeah.
So it's like the whole movie is just like him being like, "Oh, well, I gotta go," and then he
Like the fax machine when the faxes try to come
oh yeah,
through.
yeah. No, they're like, yeah, we're looking up this, the dead chick's phone records.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like,
The dead chicks.
He ends up being like, oh yeah, send him over to my email. Yeah, I'm getting him right now. And then he like goes on his computer, and then he starts editing every time he's called.
He has
and
to delete his phone number off her phone records.
Yeah, it's insane how he like beats around the bush so much.
And I love it that she comes and just like sits on his desk like right next to him while he's working.
Yeah, and he's just like, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
Denzel.
yeah,
I got a
cool,
piece of
cool,
gum. I'm
cool,
cool.
cool,
I'm cool.
and then she leaves, and then he's just like,
Chewing like he's on fucking coke or some shit.
Denzel, play cool. But I thought that movie was
Yeah.
sick. That movie was sick.
yeah, it leaves. It's like it puts you on edge. like,
Right.
It
the
makes me
whole
want to
time.
watch it. Yeah. I
It's-
don't know if I've even seen it.
It's like
Yeah.
an Ashton Kutcher movie, except for
it's
he's trying to
good.
solve a murder.
Exactly.
Because like the pressure's on, he keeps fucking up every time.
Yeah.
Every time, the next scene, he's always fucking it up.
Because if at any moment he got caught, he would be blamed for their
for the
murder. Because there's so much evidence
He's
already
got
against
to
him.
Smash.
Anyway, that movie was
Yeah,
sick.
but it's unrealistic
Let's
that
talk
he's
about
divorcing
the real
him.
thing. With Eva Mendes.
Eva Mendes, what up? What up?
Shout out to you.
So there's a couple more honorable mentions. Safe House, I did not see it. It was on Mikey's list.
Is that with Ryan Reynolds?
Yep, it's pretty dope. It's just Denzel being a fucking badass again.
Oh no!
No,
Just
Denzel.
There's
kicking the
people
shit
that
out
need
of
to be.
people
There's
left,
people
right.
that need to be killed.
Yeah.
So he's
Isn't
gonna
that-
kill him.
He's just
Was
gonna
that the-
kick the ever loving shit out of him.
Yes.
So one more honorable mention: Flight, which I've never seen. Also,
Oh my God! Yes.
Flight is so fucking good,
It's
dude.
this just
Yeah.
goes to show you can be fucked up on dope and booze and fly a fucking airplane. I'm just fucking saying.
Flight
I mean, they have
Fly
autopilot.
it really
save a
fucking
shitload
well.
of people.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
movie's
first scene
so
of the
good,
movie
man.
is sick.
Yeah.
Fucking
So
titties
Denzel's
and
the
shit.
pilot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of
He
course
likes,
he
he
is.
likes having a good fucking time.
Plot of the movie
Yes,
is he's an
he does.
alcoholic, and then to combat his alcoholism, he does
Cocaine.
Maybe I should watch this movie.
Dude,
You
it's
got to balance out the force.
you have to balance out the force.
and John Candy's in it and plays his drug dealer.
Yep.
Oh my God, I
Yep.
forgot about
Dude,
that.
it's that movie's so fucking good,
love John
man.
Candy.
Not John Candy.
Not John Candy.
Goodman.
John Candy's dead. No,
John
it's
Goodman.
fucking John,
John
Goodman.
Goodman,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you
and
go.
yes, but that
John Goodman.
Walter.
You fucking guys, John
Walter.
Candy.
Uncle Buck. We were talking about Uncle Buck. Same guy.
John
helped,
Goodman, yes.
But yeah, that
And it's
the
awesome.
opening scene with him flying that fucking plane, and he's like, "I got to fly it upside down." It saves everybody.
Honestly, this movie very well should have been on the top 10
It should
list.
have been.
Like, it's
Flight-
so
Flight
good.
is sick, dude.
It's so good.
If you get bored, just fucking watch it. You'll be like, fuck.
It's a great movie.
That should have
All
been
right.
number 2.
All right, so the very last one on the whole list is our number 1.
Oh, yeah, it is.
And if you can't guess, you're fucking dumb because
Fucking
it's
training
training day.
Motherfucking training day.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm just gonna say what we've been saying. Eva
Mendes
Mendes,
is
bro.
fucking
Eva
sick.
Mendes, bro.
Dude, we should just
That's all
do
you
Eva
need to know.
Mendes, dude. We should do
Yeah.
one of
All you need to
hers.
know.
This is a top 10.
It would just
Eva
be us
Mendes.
drooling the whole time.
And fucking else. Dude,
Be like, hey,
Other
what,
guys?
what podcast do you listen to? Just these guys talking about Eva Mendes.
Talking about Eva Mendes, it just made me think of the other guys.
The other guys,
God, I
dude.
fucking-
It's so good.
I'm gonna
just-
do you grandpa style.
When fucking, I
Anyway,
love when she
Are you
comes-
fucking married to her?
I love. No, seriously.
No,
who the fuck
seriously.
is this?
No, seriously, who is she? You come in here dressed like a hobo. Come on.
Yeah.
This is a work area, honey.
Mark Wahlberg's the best part of that movie to me. Just when he's like,
Love you, Sheila.
seriously,
Yeah,
who are
bye,
you?
Sheila.
Shut up, Alan. Go in the
Yeah,
house.
bye,
Love you, Sheila.
Anyway, Training Day.
Training Day.
Back to
Yeah,
the movie
back
at
to
hand here.
Training Day.
It's the best
Motherfucking
goddamn Denzel movie.
Training-
And
dude,
he's
by
the
far.
villain.
He is
He's
the
the
villain.
villain.
the
He's the
villain.
villain, man.
So
Yeah.
good.
And
And
what does he
so
play?
fucking good.
He's so random too.
Dude,
Sometimes he's up and sometimes he's down. You're like, what's he gonna
He's-
do?
What, yeah, what is he doing?
He's scaring me.
He's scary.
So
He's actually
fucking
scary in Training Day.
Yeah, he is.
he's a bad motherfucker at training.
Does he chew
you do
gum?
not
Does he
smoke
chew gum
this
in that movie?
When does he not chew gum?
Yeah. Show you right.
And he always laughs. He always laughs out of the side of his mouth.
That fucking, it's the like one of the last scenes when he's with that whole. I mean, everybody knows it. King Kong ain't got nothing on me.
Oh my god!
Dude, god damn it, man, it's so good.
He's like, I got rap sheets on all you. You can't touch me.
That movie is fucking amazing.
Oh god.
And the look on Ethan Hawke's face, the entire movie is priceless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's great.
God,
Yeah,
Ethan
Ethan
Hawke's
Hawke's
great.
great.
I think that might be
everybody in
his
that
best. One of his
fucking
best
movie is
movies.
fucking great,
Oh,
man.
it's incredible.
When he's
good,
when
dude.
fucking Denzel leaves him with those fucking vatos,
With Hector, dude.
dude.
I'm
yeah,
telling
Hector.
you, there's
Bro, you ever
Yeah,
get your
yeah.
shit pushed in? Jesus Christ.
Shout out Hector.
I'm
God
cooking
damn it,
up.
that
I'm
movie's so
cooking up
good.
my fan theory as we speak about Hector. He's the
You know
same
Hector?
dude. I think there's all these movies are connected.
Because the one guy has always been cast as Hector.
Yeah.
That's it.
So every movie that he's in is
You know who I'm
got
talking
us some
about?
No.
He's in a bunch of. He's like a Hispanic dude, bald hair.
bald headed. He's in
Yeah.
Fast and the Furious.
Oh, so that guy.
He's Hector in
Yeah.
Fast and the
He's-
Furious.
He's zapped, and he always plays the cholo dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
His name's Hector, and they just put him as Hector
In every movie.
Okay.
So
He was
whatever.
even in-
My theory is that every movie that he's in is
Are
somehow
connected.
connected.
I'm pretty sure he was in
Jesus,
Ant-Man. He was in Ant-Man too. He's like, because what's his name's like, okay, so my cousin Hector knows this guy, and it's Hector, that guy.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You know what? Somebody probably cast him like 2 times as Hector, and then another guy was like, "Dude, I'm just gonna keep this going. Fuck this shit."
So that
he
would put-
probably has like people calling other directors being like, Hector's coming over.
Dude, if that's real, then that puts Fast and the Furious in the Marvel universe.
Oh shit!
Anyway,
move over.
so
Thanos.
Training
There's a
Day.
new ruler. Vin Diesel's in the
Vin Diesel.
motherfucking
Family,
house.
dude. When he brings his family,
you almost had the stones. You never had the
you never had the stone.
Never even had your car.
You never even had your glove.
Oh my
Dude.
god.
Oh,
Either
yeah.
way, Training Day is a fucking
my
incredible
God,
movie.
it's amazing.
Incredible fucking movie.
By the way, upcoming, we're doing Fast and the Furious. We're gonna watch all the Fast and the Furious
Finally.
movies. We're gonna review that shit. Rabbit loves that shit.
Oh my god. Y'all get ready because it's about to get real.
All about that. Too Fast and Furious is one of the best movies
Yeah.
ever. Ever.
I like it.
Fight me on that. I
We'll
don't give
talk
a
about
shit.
that later. We'll talk about that later.
You think you've seen me amped up? You haven't seen
Dude,
anything
I will
yet.
fucking. Dude, I'll make you cry about Paul Walker.
I already did that.
Yeah, I did that once already. I can't do it again.
I won't. I'll laugh
Bawled
until
my
I
eyes out in
cry.
that movie theater that day, like a little bitch.
You heard it here,
I mean,
folks.
he is pretty dreamy. There's times where like you're locked into his face and you don't care that his acting is only at
Mediocre.
70%.
Dude, you know what I loved about him? I don't know why we're talking about. I guess I kind of brought him up, but he wore Dickies all the time, so I fucking backed that.
I thought it was cool. I thought it was funny that he wore Chucks like the whole fucking
Yeah,
Fast and
Chucks
Furious.
and fucking
and he's an
Dickies,
LA
yeah.
dude. I was like, makes sense.
Chucks, and he runs. You ever
Dickie
ran
shorts.
in Chucks, dude?
It's hard.
It's impossible.
Real hard.
Yeah, because
Flat-footed ass
But
shit.
dude, he always wore Dickies, and I fucking used to rep Dickies hard, and fucking. So I remember the first when I saw Fast and Furious, Cat had fucking Dickie shorts. I was like, "Psh, we're homies. I love that fucking dude.
Me and
Anyway,
Fudge repping the
Denzel
Dickies.
Washington.
Anyways,
guys.
Denzel, do you think he actually banged Eva Mendes?
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
You think so?
100. If he didn't or she didn't allow him or whatever, fuck
Allow
that shit.
him. Goddamn.
Dude, you know what? She's the only woman that fucking.
Oh yeah.
She'd
could.
be like, "No, fuck you, Denzel." And he'd be like, "Yes, ma'am."
Yes,
Yeah,
okay.
he fucking.
Yes, okay.
Sorry,
Yes,
dude.
That's fine.
All right, well,
If Denzel did not smash, I'll be fucking very disappointed in him and lose a lot of respect for him. You're welcome.
let's
Anyway.
finish this one up, guys.
I love you, Denzel.
Hey, if you watch the channel and you like it, go and subscribe, because if you haven't subscribed yet, you're a fucking damn fool. Anyways, I don't
true.
mean to call you a fool.
He
I'm
does.
only kidding.
He's not.
If you don't watch us on YouTube, you know, and you listen to things in the car, you could go to Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Yeah, listen to us
Podcast.
You
there.
can't fucking talk.
I cannot
also-
fucking talk today.
I'm
Yeah.
also curious about like what some Denzel movies that we didn't put on the list that other people are like, you gotta fucking watch this.
Yeah,
man.
tell
You
us
know
we're
what I'm saying?
wrong.
Yeah, if you want to leave
Oh
a
yeah, there's
dude, go
plenty.
leave a
There's
comment.
plenty more.
Leave a comment. Tell us what movie we
Literally
missed,
millions.
or tell us if you think he got to smash on Eva
He
Mendes.
smashed on Eva Mendes, dude.
Just
I don't
saying.
fucking care.
Anyways,
Respect.
guys, you know, this might be one of the last couple of times we are here in this room filming,
Sure, we'll have to
because
do
I'm
it
moving
from
to
remote.
Austin, and I'm gonna have to start drinking a little more so I could deal with all my friends giving me shit for moving.
I'm not giving you shit for moving. Let's not do this in front of people.
I love you, Fuzz. I love you, Mikey. I love you, Rabbit.
Love you too, Mike.
Yeah.
All right, guys,
Rabbit,
we'll see you later.
I love you too, Fuzz. Fuck you.
Stop it, Rabbit.
Let's all kiss. Four-way
I'll
kiss.
make out right now.
Make out fight.
All right, see you later, nerds.
Bye, guys. I'll fucking make out with you, I swear to God. Swear to God, I'll make out with you so hard.
Sometimes I just want to kiss you on the mouth.